In the next few minutes, I, the Lord, will speak directly to your soul. The cycle of silence has ended. The season of waiting is drawing to a close. Tonight, my voice breaks through the veil that tried to keep you captive in confusion, fear, and exhaustion. For too long, hidden forces sought to suffocate your spirit and steal your hope. But now I myself intervene. I bring my divine presence into your life. This is not a distant promise. It is happening now, in this very moment. I have seen every tear you shed, every lonely night when you whispered, "God, when will it be my turn?" And I declare to you, I am already moving in the unseen. I am restoring what was broken, reclaiming what was stolen, and breaking chains forged in darkness. My Holy Spirit is already touching the edges of your story, preparing an intense and glorious transformation. Stay with me until the end of this message, for before it concludes, something will awaken within you. A sign, a touch, a certainty that only your soul can recognize. Do not turn away. Every second carries a heavenly message and divine warning that will change how you see everything around you. The forces that tried to paralyze your faith are trembling, for I have declared war against all that rises against my promise in your life. You are not forgotten. You were chosen and set apart by me to endure this time of spiritual battle and liberation. While the world tried to convince you that I was silent, I was preparing the stage for divine justice. Those who mocked your faith will witness the power of your rebirth. Those who doubted your path will see the miracle that is about to unfold. Listen carefully. The wind is about to change. What opposed you will begin to serve my plans. Doors that seemed shut will open. What appeared dead will breathe again. But guard this word. Do not let distractions steal it. At the end of this message, I have reserved for you a revelation and clear vision that will show you why darkness always precedes light. If you remain, I will not only uncover what was hidden, but ignite within you an eternal flame, a fire that cannot be extinguished. This will be the sign that your miracle has already been accomplished in heaven and is drawing near. This is more than encouragement. It is the announcement of a new season. My divine presence is invading your circumstances. Feel it now, the trembling in your soul, the warmth in your chest. That is me calling your spirit to awaken. I am the same God who calms storms, parts seas, and speaks through fire. And now I speak to you. Your night is ending. By the final moment of this message, you will understand why I delayed, why I allowed silence, and why today, yes today, I chose to intervene. My child, the miracle will happen, and you will know that God is in control. Stay with me until the end, for what I am about to reveal will change not only your situation but the direction of your destiny. If you feel my presence now, take a deep breath and say, I receive this word. Let the number 111 mark this moment, the seal of divine union between heaven and your life. You have walked across a battlefield without realizing its true severity. Every day, forces sought to destroy you through confusion, despair, exhaustion, and doubt. You felt the heaviness that lingered even after prayer, the anxiety whispering lies in the night, the fear that your time was running out. This was not coincidence. It was spiritual warfare. The unseen realm pressed against your destiny, trying to block what I declared over your life. You saw doors close, relationships collapse, promises fade. You thought you were losing, but in truth, divine intervention was preparing to turn every closed door into a passage of victory. The storm around you was not random. It was provoked by forces that hate your light and cannot endure the frequency of the seed I planted in you. This is not simply a string of bad days. It is a warning from God. Darkness is trying to suffocate your purpose. But I am about to act, and when I do, everything will change. Remember the nights when you cried quietly, hoping no one would hear? Those tears were not wasted. Each one was gathered as proof of your resilience. You felt invisible, unheard, but heaven was listening. The enemy wanted you to believe I was distant, that your prayers hit the ceiling and vanished. But I was silent only to build strength within you, waiting for the right moment to pour out the power of my Spirit upon your situation. The time for hiding is over. I step into what seemed hopeless. You have felt the weight of spiritual attacks, people rising against you without reason, misunderstandings, false accusations, betrayals that cut deeper than words. You saw those you trusted walk away when you needed them most, and yet you endured. That is why this moment matters. You survived what was meant to destroy you. Now I will turn what was intended for evil into your greatest testimony. This is the season of your restoration, and nothing can stop it, for everything is under my control. Voices have whispered lies, urging you to give up, stop praying, stop believing, stop hoping. They said, "You are too tired. Nothing will change. God has forgotten you." But I tell you now, those voices are silenced. They cannot withstand my light. My presence is filling the atmosphere of your home, your thoughts, your heart. Feel it, every anxious breath replaced with peace, every burden lifted. The storm you are in will not drown you. It will reveal my power when I calm it. Some of you are silently battling invisible prisons, addictions hidden behind smiles, loneliness eroding your joy, guilt that refuses to let go. You tried to fix yourself with human strength, but this battle cannot be won by human effort. It is won through surrender. When you fully let me in, I will not only heal your wounds but remove their root. This is not the end. It is the beginning of your transformation. The enemy studied your habits. He knows what triggers your fear, which voices undermine your confidence, which memories chain you to the past. But he does not know that I have already written the moment of your deliverance. It is near. It is necessary. It is sacred. Soon you will look back and realize that everything that tried to break you was secretly laying the foundation for the miracle I prepared. I know you are weary of starting over, of believing only to be disappointed again. But the cycle ends here. I'm not like those who abandoned you. I am the God who remains. The divine justice you prayed for is not delayed, it is arriving. While you thought I was silent, I was rearranging people, shifting events, directing paths. So when I act, no one will be able to deny it was my hand. You have also faced another battle, the silent fear that you are unworthy of my intervention. Perhaps past mistakes made you feel disqualified. But hear me, nothing you have done can cancel what I have planned for you. I do not call the perfect, I perfect the called. You are not forgotten. You are the one for whom I came. I am the God of deliverance, and I am here to free you from guilt, shame, and the chains of who you once were. Do not be surprised if, after hearing this message, some people begin to distance themselves or unexpected changes occur. Do not fear them. It is I clearing the path for your new season. Some relationships cannot take you where I am leading. Some circumstances can no longer contain the light I am awakening in you. You are stepping into a higher dimension, and with it comes separation, not as punishment, but as preparation. This is your moment of divine warning and spiritual transformation. I am revealing what you could not see so that you may walk with clarity. The enemy used confusion as a weapon, making you doubt your worth and your purpose. But my truth is now being revealed. You are not lost. You are found in the fire. I turn your tears into strength, your suffering into wisdom, and your waiting into testimony. I have seen every injustice committed against you, every false word spoken, every moment of betrayal. And I promise you this, divine justice is not only coming, it has already begun. Soon you will see everything change. Those who mocked your faith will witness your elevation. Those who plotted against you will see your rising. For I am the God who never abandons his own, and I have ordained deliverance for your life. But listen carefully, for this is important. Before your miracle fully manifests, There will be moments that test your endurance. The night often feels darkest before the dawn. Do not mistake tension for absence. It is a sign that I am near. The enemy always roars loudest before he is silenced. Hold on, my child. The trembling you feel is not your downfall. It is your breakthrough. If these words are heavy to hear, know that it is not fear, but awakening. I am pulling you out of the fog that has surrounded you for so long. You will no longer live in survival mode. You will live with purpose. You will no longer seek approval. You will walk in divine confidence. This is my message to you. I do not come merely to visit your pain. I come to transform it into glory. And before this message ends, I will reveal to you the key to salvation, the mystery behind why I allowed delays, losses, and silence. Stay with me, for what follows will not only explain your path, but open the door to freedom. You stand at the threshold of a sacred turning point. The voice of God speaks, and the old world around you is about to collapse. Keep listening, for your miracle will come, and when it does, no one will be able to deny that I, your Father, acted mightily to bring justice, deliverance, and restoration into your life. Now that you see the battle for what it truly is, my child, it is time to understand the purpose hidden in your pain. Everything that tried to destroy you has become the soil for your rebirth. The divine intervention you prayed for is not far away. It has already begun moving within you. It is not only surrounding your circumstances, but working inside your spirit, reshaping your thoughts, renewing your strength, and awakening dormant parts of your faith. You asked me to change the world around you, but first I am changing the world within you. True transformation does not begin with events. It begins with awakening. I whispered truths into your heart, truths your fear tried to silence. When you said, "I can't go on," I said, "You are closer than you think." When you said, "Everything is against me," I said, "Everything is aligning." My voice was speaking even in your confusion, but now I will make it unmistakable. You will begin to see patterns you once ignored, because your spiritual eyes are opening. The message you overlooked, the person who crossed your path, the sudden thought that came from nowhere, none of it was accidental. These were threads of my design, weaving your story toward freedom and restoration. The question now is this: will you allow me to finish what I started? Will you release control, or continue resisting the very process meant to save you? Many pray for miracles, but few are willing to surrender. My miracles come not to those who demand control, but to those who trust. Now you must choose between fear and faith. You have seen what fear does. It empties you, silences you, and makes you smaller. But imagine what faith can do. Imagine what happens when you believe the impossible is not unreachable, but already written into my plan for you. I call you to act differently, to see differently, to respond differently. The next time you feel the weight of despair, remember, it is proof that your breakthrough is near. The next time you face rejection, remember, I am protecting you from what would have delayed your destiny. The next time you feel alone, remember, my presence surrounds you. The next time you doubt, remember, doubt is the final test before revelation. Do you know why I allowed the battle to last so long? Because you needed to learn to hear me through the noise. You needed to understand that my whisper is stronger than the roar of the enemy. You needed to realize that I dwell not only in the miracle, but in the process. And now, as you begin to see through this lens, the enemy loses control. The moment you see me in the chaos, chaos can no longer rule you. That is when restoration begins, not when the storm ends, but when your spirit rises above it. You asked me, "Lord, what should I do?" And I answered, "Be still and trust. Let me fight for you." You tried to fix everything with your own strength, but the next step must come from my hand. Your task is not to perform, but to align. When your thoughts align with mine, your circumstances will follow. Divine justice is not fulfilled through human revenge. but through heavenly order. I do not simply remove what harms you. I prepare what will heal you. Imagine, my child, a life where you no longer panic in the face of the unknown. A life where obstacles become invitations to my power. This is the life I offer you now, a life under the law of divine intervention, where every delay is preparation, every no is redirection, and every loss is transformation. It is not an easy path, but it is the only path that leads to peace. For I do not merely save my children, I rebuild them, making them unshakable. You have lived long enough in survival. Now I call you to live as a victor. You have prayed long enough as one who endures. Now you will rise as one who proclaims. When you speak, speak as though heaven supports your words, because it does. The power of the Holy Spirit within you is not silent. It is the same power that created worlds, the same voice that commands the wind and the sea. I am not far from you. I am within you, ready to act through you. This is your moral crossroads. Will you continue to identify with your pain, or will you identify with my promise? Many remain trapped in the story of their wounds, repeating the same words, the same fears, the same doubts. But I call you to change your narrative. Instead, declare, I am transformed. I am restored. I am entering a new season. By your words, you change your reality, for your words create the spiritual atmosphere in which I move. And yet I must tell you this, the forces that once attacked you will try again. But this time, they will find no entry, for you will be clothed in light. You will walk with discernment. You will no longer waste energy on battles that do not belong to you. I will teach you to distinguish between what requires your effort and what requires your surrender. This is privileged knowledge, the wisdom that separates the weary from the victorious. When you learn to step aside and allow me to act, miracles will become natural. I do not merely promise divine justice, I invite you to participate in it. Every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, you allow my justice to manifest. Every time you choose faith over fear, you release my favor. Every time you bless those who harmed you, you activate my protection. Divine intervention is revealed not only through thunder or fire, but also through quiet obedience that shakes the unseen. This is the unique vision of salvation I open to you. Salvation is not merely the rescue of your soul, it is the transformation of your reality. It is the renewal of your mind, the liberation of your heart, and the restoration of your destiny. I gather the ashes of what was destroyed and transform them into the light of what is reborn. You will no longer live trapped in the past, for I am breaking the chains that bound you to old pain. You will no longer doubt your calling, for I am clothing you with new authority. The miracle will come, but not in the way you imagined. It will not arrive from the place you expected, nor from the people you thought could help. It will come from unexpected directions, from doors you forgot existed, from voices you never anticipated, and from situations that seemed impossible. For I am not limited by logic or time. I am the Lord of the unexpected, and I delight in revealing my power through what people call impossible. You stand at a turning point in your destiny. The divine presence that once seemed distant now draws near, ready to change everything in your life. Soon you will understand that my timing was not a delay, it was a plan. And you will witness how what once broke you becomes the very key to your elevation. Stay with me until the end, beloved, for what follows will reveal the full picture of your restoration. My message is not finished. I will show you what it means to live under the covering of divine justice, to experience the fullness of transformation, and to walk in the light of a new season where every battle becomes a blessing and every scar a crown. My child, the season of breaking has ended. The season of building has begun, an era of blessings and fulfilled promises. Tears that watered the soil of your faith are about to produce a harvest of glory. Nights that felt endless are giving way to dawn. Waiting, reflection, and prayers whispered into silence. All of it has been remembered. Every moment of your endurance has written your name into the decree of divine intervention. You now stand on the threshold of transformation that will redefine you and how you live in this world. I proclaim new life over you. Where there was delay, there will be acceleration. Where there was fear, there will be courage. Where there was confusion, there will be clarity. You will look at your life and no longer see fragments. You will see a plan. For I, the Lord, am the master builder, weaving the scattered pieces of your story into a pattern of victory. What seemed like loss was preparation for justice. What you thought was finished is being reborn. I restore stolen years. Time that seemed wasted, opportunities that slipped through your fingers. I bring them back. Nothing is beyond resurrection in my hands. You will enter places where you once felt unworthy. You will speak with confidence where you once trembled. You will act with strength where you once doubted. My favor goes before you, preparing divine alliances and unseen partnerships. This is not luck. It is the result of my presence paving the way. The same hands that set the stars in place now reach out to heal your life. You will see my miracles not only in dramatic moments, but in the quiet, ordinary days. I will surprise you with peace when you least expect it. I will send signs to confirm your steps. I will make you laugh again where you once wept. I promise you, joy is returning. Not fleeting joy, but eternal joy born of spiritual rebirth. And this is how I will do it. I will begin within. First, I will heal your heart, the wounds of betrayal, the echoes of rejection, the deep pain of loneliness. I will touch them with my fire. You will no longer live reacting to pain, but walking in purpose. I will cleanse your memories, erasing the sting of the past, until you can look at what once hurt you and see only how I carried you through it. Forgiveness, which once seemed impossible, will become natural, because you will see that I was always in control. You will no longer carry the old burdens. Even now, as you listen, something in your spirit is rising. This is my spirit cleansing the remnants of fear. The walls around your heart are falling, and heaven's light is pouring into you. You are not irreparably broken. You are becoming a vessel of glory. From this day forward, your name will no longer be associated with pain, but with purpose. Not with struggle, but with strength. Not with defeat, but with victory over evil. I bring justice into the places where you were wronged. Those who opposed you will witness your elevation. Situations that humiliated you will become platforms of honor. You will not need to prove yourself, for I will prove that my hand is upon you. You will dwell in peace while I destroy what was meant to destroy you. Truth will be revealed not by your words, but by my revelation. Relationships will be restored, not all, but those aligned with your destiny. I will return what was meant to remain and remove what has no place in this new chapter. Do not fear departures. They make room for divine arrivals. I am bringing people into your life who carry the same fire, who will walk beside you with purpose and faith. This is part of your unique vision of salvation. Not a return to the old, but a movement into the new. You will see changes in your environment. Where there was lack, there will be abundance. Where there was resistance, there will be favor. Your surroundings will shift, for when I bless you, everything connected to you begins to prosper. Your home will feel lighter, your mind clearer, your path straighter. My presence will not merely visit you, you will dwell in it. You will wake in peace and sleep without fear. You will know what it means to live wrapped in my grace. My child, this is not about survival. It is about rebirth. You will not only regain what was lost, you will receive more than you imagined. I am the God who multiplies, not merely restores. For every wound, I will give wisdom. For every tear, joy. For every attack, double recompense. You will become a living testimony of divine intervention, a vessel proving that heaven touches earth. When people look at you, they will see transformation so radiant it cannot be denied. But listen closely. These blessings are not rewards for perfection. They are the fruit of surrender. You do not need to earn my favor. You need only to receive it. Open hands of faith draw heaven's abundance. So open your heart and say, I receive. The moment those words leave your lips, chains begin to fall. For I respond to faith, not fear. I respond to surrender, not striving. And I declare to you, this is your new season. Shadows that pursued you are dispersing. Burdens that weighed you down are lifting. You are stepping into an atmosphere where miracles become your normal, where peace anchors you, and purpose flows like a river. Heaven rejoices because you finally understand that what broke you was giving you life. Now the birth is complete, and the blessing begins. From this day forward, you will see confirmation, a message, a sign, a door. I will not allow you to doubt this word. You will see numbers like 1111, not as coincidence, but as the seal of my covenant. Each time you see it, remember, heaven is aligned with your life. My timing is perfect. My promises are unchanging. My power is unstoppable. So rise, my child. Lift your head. This is the fulfillment of what you have been waiting for. The miracle will happen, and it will begin with you. You will become a carrier of my presence, a messenger of transformation, a living sign of justice and deliverance. The old cycle has ended. The gates of blessing have opened. Your life will no longer be defined by fear, but by faith, peace, and the eternal touch of my love. This is my promise to you. What I begin, I will complete. What I bless, no one can curse. What I decree, no one can delay. This is your moment of divine restoration. Step into it. Believe it. Receive it. For I, the Lord your God, have spoken, and I will do it. My child, what began as a faint whisper of eternity has now become a clear and living revelation. You have walked with me through valleys of struggle, endured the process of spiritual awakening, and today you stand in the light of transformation that I have prepared for you. You have heard my voice, felt the warmth of my presence, and witnessed how I, your God, turn pain into strength, trials into testimony, and silence into melodies of victory. This moment does not mark the end. It marks a new beginning. You have stepped into the river of divine intervention, where heaven moves in rhythm with your steps, and everything begins to work together for good. Do not let this message fade when the screen goes dark. Seal it in your heart and repeat it throughout your life. When shadows try to draw near, remember the truth I revealed to you. The storm did not come to destroy you. It was the gateway to your awakening. When fear whispers, respond with faith. When doubt knocks, open the door with unwavering confidence that I am in control. You are no longer who you were when these words were first spoken. The seed of transformation has already taken root deep within you. Now it is your mission to walk in the truth you have received. Spread light wherever you go. Speak life where there is darkness. Forgive where there is pain. Be peace where the world chooses chaos. In this way, you carry my presence beyond yourself. I did not give you revelation merely to comfort your soul. I raised you up to be a messenger. You are living proof that my power and my justice are not echoes of the past, but a living reality of the present. Remember the sign I gave you, 1111, the seal of alignment between my timing and your destiny. When you see this number again, know that I am near. My angels walk with you, and my work continues even when you do not realize it. I will send signs, confirmations, and reminders so that you never doubt the promise you have heard today. Before this message ends, I call you to faith. If you have felt my presence, declare it boldly. Write Amen as a seal of agreement between your spirit and heaven. Share this message with someone who needs to be reminded that I restore, that hope is reborn, and that night always gives way to dawn. Every action you take echoes in the unseen world, allowing my voice to reach other hearts. Now go, my beloved child, with peace in your soul and courage in your heart. What you have heard here is not fleeting. It is eternal. You are entering a new season, wrapped in my spirit, guarded by my light, and guided by love that will never fade. The time of fear has ended. The time of blessing has begun. Breathe deeply. Lift your eyes. Heaven is open above you. And as you move forward, remember, I have always been with you, and I always will be. This is the promise of your Father, my living voice, which will accompany you every step of the way. Closing message. Dear brothers and sisters, we come today with hearts full of gratitude for the opportunity to share with you this message of love and faith. We hope you have been blessed and inspired by what we shared. We know that many of you have already contributed greatly to this ministry through your prayers and love. If you have felt God's presence in your life through this channel, and if this ministry has been a source of encouragement to you, we invite you to consider making a small donation to help us continue spreading the message of hope, love, and faith. Every gift, no matter the size, makes a great difference. It allows us to reach more people, create meaningful content, and carry the light of Christ to the farthest corners of the world. Another way to support us is by becoming a member of this channel. By joining, you become part of our virtual family and help us share the gospel with even more souls. Simply click "Thanks" or "Become a member" below the video. Remember, every contribution, large or small, is deeply valued. Even if you cannot give financially, you can still help by sharing this video with those in need or simply by being present here. Your presence is a gift. Thank you for walking this journey with us. We continue to pray for each of you and believe that together we can change the world for the better. May God bless you and your family abundantly. Until the next video, love and peace in Christ.